Welcome to MyMoto Manchester's weekly vlog. At the moment we're up on Werneth Low again. Manchester's looking like it's in a bit of a haze. Temperature's about 15 degrees. I'm going to ride into work. So the big bonus today is it's the school's half term. So this should be a nice, quick, easy ride. Going the same route as usual, so we're going to go down through Hyde, jump on the 67. Oof, got a leaf to the face then. It's definitely that time of year. You can see the leaves are all turning brown, dropping off the trees. Sun is low. Look how low that sun is over there. The video from last week about Snake Pass went down an absolute treat. There was a lot of people who logged in to watch that, and hopefully you're back again to watch this one. And hopefully as well, the news about Snake Pass, as I said in the video, is just trying to draw some attention to that road. But one comment that was made on that video, someone said, would it be worth making it a toll road to make sure that the condition of it was good? They had the money to keep the condition good. And I'm talking tarmac as well, not just paying for landslips and stuff to be fixed. But if I was paying for a road, I'd want it to be like a flipping billiard table smooth. You know what I mean? I want it to be amazing. But you would also have the benefit of a lot less traffic. And some of the best biking roads, let's go this way today. Some of the best biking roads are also busy roads. Cat and Fiddle, main road straight over from Macclesfield to Buxton, always busy. There's always big trucks on it and stuff like that. So would making Snake Pass a toll road stop that? Possibly. You'd obviously have to allow anyone who lived on it to have free access. You can't charge someone to drive out of their house. So there would still be the odd farm vehicle, but on the whole, you know, I think you would have a quieter road. It'd be better for bikes. Straight out. Just watch these leaves. Look at them slippy leaves. Like I said, it's that time of year, isn't it? So yeah, as long as it was a reasonable price and there was benefits to it, I think I would pay to go on Snake Pass. What other new things are there this week? So I'm wearing the RST Paragon 7 kit that I wore when I went and did the NC 500. So if you click on the link up in the corner or down in the description, you'll be able to see the playlist for our Scotland trip. We've got one, maybe two more episodes to go to finish off that series. And like I say, I did it in this Paragon 7 kit. We saw all weathers, all conditions. It was end of April, so it got quite cold at times. And I did it on the Ninja 500, the Kawasaki Ninja 500, which is basically a revamped version of the Ninja 400 that Kawasaki did. And I kind of wanted to prove, after saying about the 125 when we did the Ninja 125 video, and we said it was great fun, but it needed to be just a little bit more. I wanted to prove that little bit more made a bike that you could do everything on. And I think we proved that, you know, to go 1,500 miles from Manchester up to Inverness, round the NC 500, back to Inverness and down. And that Ninja 500, although it's called a Ninja 500, it is actually, I think it's 452 cc's. But it actually nailed it. It had no problem at all. It had more than enough power with all the luggage. I was out with 3 adventure bikes and it stuck with them. There was places where, you know, it was being ridden a lot harder than what those adventure bikes probably were. I had to carry corner speed in a few places to keep up, but you know, on the whole, did the job. Oh, the other new thing today. So my original Insta 360 bar clamp, which I use all the time, and it's the old style one, so it's the one with the Like the it's a ball mount, but the balls are a bit like golf balls. They've got little bobbles in them. I've just realised I'm riding along doing this with me and talking to myself, and no one else has any context to what I'm up to. It looks like I'm gesturing to other cars. But yeah, so it's the one with the little bobbles in that's like look like mini golf balls. And what I noticed on was it last Friday or the Friday before, there was one of the rubber balls was starting to just kind of slip side to side slightly. And although I'm sure it ain't going to fall off, it was time to maybe upgrade. So I've got the new Insta 360 motorcycle clamp, and so far looks quite impressive. I think it's going to less likely to slip on the bar. The only criticism I've got, the actual screw, the handles that you turn to screw it tighter, seem to be made of plastic. Everything else is metal, and they're made of plastic, and it's just a bit like it doesn't fill me with confidence. I'd like to have them metal, because I really like to, when I clamp a camera on, I really like to know that it ain't going anywhere, which in the past I have actually lost an Insta 360, and that was on Snake Pass of all places. I put it on, I don't know what I was thinking. There was a GoPro mount on the back of the bike. It'd been on there for a while, and I just moved the camera from being on the front with the clamp onto this cold shoe mount at the back, but I still had a bit of a selfie stick thing on it, and I guess the leverage was enough to just get the adhesive to peel, and it came off. And then by the time I turned around and gone to find it, it had been run over. Not only that, whilst trying to look for it, I ran over it. I ran over my own camera. I'll stick that footage in there now so you can all have a laugh. But yeah, that was the death of my first Insta camera. So back onto the Paragon kit anyway. Yeah, so I wore this for Scotland, and it was perfect. Didn't feel cold, never got cold, never got wet. It's actually got quite a few zip vents for ventilation, so if I got hot I could have cooled it a bit, but I didn't actually get too hot either. Some of the features of this jacket that I like, I mean, I picked the one with the fluorescent yellow strips on it, mainly for safety reasons, you know, it makes you a bit more visible. I'm not always one for all black kit. To me, especially when you're riding in darker conditions, it's like camouflaging yourself when you're riding a bike, and that contradicts to me. I always think any kit with a bit of colour, even if it's just a bit of white, makes you a lot more visible to cars. And it was yeah, it's a good kit. I mean, even the black one has the reflective bits. It has got reflective bits, so should a headlight shine towards you, it reflects and lights up. But I think colour adds to that, you know. Some of the other features of this jacket, over the older Paragon 6 jacket, this has got chest protector pockets. Now, I've not put chest protector in fact, I use them as a pocket. So, they're a fluorescent yellow internal pocket, just inside the jacket, so they're waterproof because they're on the inner layer. So yeah, I've been using it as a pocket, and you can get the chest protectors to add in, which I'll do. I need to do a little tutorial video on that, maybe do like a short on it, because we've had a customer ask about how you get chest protectors into the pocket. And it's similar to like the back protectors a lot of the time with these things. They're soft, malleable protectors, and you have to almost like warm them up, bend them to get them in, and then once it's in, it'll straighten out, or you can kind of manipulate it, straighten it out into the pocket. The other thing, wearing the RST kit, that I absolutely love about RST, this is one of my favourite features that RST do. The thermal liners have small zips at the end of the arms and at the bottom of the legs. I've had plenty of bike kit in the past that use like press studs or poppers, and the amount of times when you're taking them off, the press studs come undone, the thermal liner comes out with it, well, the leg part of it will, or the arm, and then you either trying to put it back in and clip it again, which is kind of pointless because it'll just do it all over again, or you come to it the next time and find that when you put your leg in or your arm in, it's all twisted. It is so frustrating, so frustrating. And these little zips on these things go right the way around the cuff, keeps that thermal liner in place, and they're small enough to not, you don't feel them, they're not, you know, if anything, to be honest, the press stud is probably fatter and more intrusive than the size of the end of the zip. So that is definitely my favourite feature of pretty much all of the RST stuff. My favourite feature is zipped in thermal liners. What have we got here? We have got a Suzuki Bergman. It's a cool bike. That'd be a good commuter, wouldn't it? It'd be so easy to ride. I can't think when I've ever ridden a scooter. My first bike was an Kawasaki AR50, so it was a little 50cc moped. But as for scooters, I don't think I've ever ridden a scooter. That's something I need to correct, isn't it? I need to have a go on a scooter one day. Right, on to the other thing that I want to talk about. The NEC Bike Show. I mean, I've always known it as the NEC Bike Show. They then rebranded it Motorcycle Live. Maybe it was because they had like, was that when maybe that was when they introduced the stage. It became Motorcycle Live. There was a live element to it. And I remember around that time there was like Top Gear Live came out and stuff like that. So now they're calling it, I think it's going to be called Motorcycle Live Festival. And personally, I think they're trying to cash in on the popularity of the ABR Festival, the Adventure Bike Rider Festival. Now, I've been to NEC since I was teeny. Obviously, my whole family's into bikes, so my dad was into bikes, my oldest brother was into bikes. I've been going since way before I could ever ride a bike. And I've seen it decline in popularity. It has got smaller. It certainly took a big hit around COVID and around when we had the recession and stuff like that. It has picked up a bit, but I've noticed as well in previous years the bigger manufacturers don't put on the same show as what they used to in the old days. If they're there at all, some just aren't even there. And it makes me wonder what this show is going to be like, especially so they're calling it a festival. They're saying that there will be live music, street food, which is, you know, trying to make it more like the ABR festival. The street food I think would be good because the NEC cafeteria bits that they had were pretty dire. So having some actual good food vendors would count for a lot. Live music, I don't think that'll really bring anything to it at all. They could just scrap that. What they should do, and what a lot of the other shows do, free parking. They don't have to charge for parking. There is plenty of the other NEC shows where the parking is free. Motorcycle Live, making you pay for parking. When you've already paid for the fuel to get down there, your entry fee, it just becomes a bit ridiculous. So the cost can be a bit much. So let us know, what are your thoughts? Are you going to go to Motorcycle Live Festival? Or whatever it's called these days? Have you been to the ABR Festival? And what did you think of it? I know it's there's a lot of people who They're saying the ABR festival is getting too big, and a lot of the people saying that went to the original, which is why they want it to be more of a small event. But it's very well managed, it's very well run. I can't knock the ABR festival. I think for me that place, it almost is like a weekend away than a bike show. We're going to be at the NEC bike show running. I think I'm going to be working on the quad lock stand, so come and say hello if you watched the vlog or you watched any of our videos. Come say hello. Okay, so we're now down at last episode I called this the Carling Apollo. Apparently it's not, it's called the O2. Is it called the O2 Apollo? I don't know. What's this guy doing? I think he's lost, or his van's conking out. Okay, so here we are, MyMoto Manchester, aka Dstore Manchester. And look at that, there in the window is the Paragon 7 kit that I'm wearing. 259 quid this jacket. Perfect commuter jacket with the neck gaiter and everything. Makes it nice and warm. There we are, MyMoto Manchester. Thanks for watching. Please, if you like this video, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell to see more, and hopefully we'll see you next week. Until then, ride safe.